Hey guys, back on Fraser Island. We've pulled up at Eli Creek and we've got the awnings out. We're going to settle in for the morning. Beautiful place for the kids, as you'll see. So if you're ever on Fraser Island, you've got kids, this is the place to bring them for the morning. Really safe and as you'll see, one of the best places on Fraser. Got the awnings out for some shade and we'll go up and we'll show you what Eli Creek's all about. Eli Creek, it's all fresh water coming out of natural springs, and it puts millions of gallons of fresh water out into the ocean every day. It's a waste in a way. It's crystal clear water, all filtered by the sand. You could drink that. Anyway, we'll go up and you can go right up there, as Phil's doing with the kids, and you can float down on your floating mattresses and stuff like that. There's a little boardwalk which you'll see. We'll go and have a look, eh? Right guys, we're at Eli Creek and we found a campsite with some people with some tasting football teams. The Cowboys! It's the way to do it, setting up all the shade. Well, there's the start of the boardwalk. You walk up to the boardwalk and then you can go right up so you can float down. So I'm on the boardwalk now, and that's Eli Creek, flowing down into the ocean. As you can see, it's pretty popular with all the backpackers.
Okay guys, so now that everyone's all wet, there's only one safe way to get down the creek. Okay, there's only one safe way to get down the creek, and it's called crocodile. Alright, so you sneak along just like a crocodile with just your eyes, ears and nose above the water. I know the rule with crocodiling is that if you see someone from our group who isn't being a crocodile, if you're a crocodile, you're allowed to attack. Okay, but I need to be very, very clear, guys. Our group. Please don't tackle a stranger. Okay? So guys, start crocodiling down. I'll get some photos of you guys as you go. Okay? It's really cool with the whole group crocodile.
As you can see, that's the best way to get down Eli. It's not real deep, it's only shallow, so you crocodile your way down, as he said. And it's freezing cold, that water, if you haven't been in there before. You see, the water flow is pretty good. You got something to float on, little tube or something. I forgot the bung plug for the ski biscuit, so put a damper on things. So there's not much shade out near the beach there, you've got to put the awnings up, but in Eli Creek itself, as you get further up, there's plenty of shade, so you can spend most of the day up here without getting sunburnt. There's the boardwalk that you walk down. Well, that's back where we, the main spot where everyone seems to park. It's the beach outside Eli Creek. If you're not familiar with Fraser Island, it is not advised at all that you swim in the ocean here. As inviting as it looks, there's no lifesavers over here, and it is renowned for some pretty decent sharks, so swim at your own risk. You don't see too many people swimming in the ocean over here. There's plenty of other places on Fraser, little freshwater lakes and that to swim. Eli Creek, without going in there and risking your life. You are on Fraser, guys. Just take into account the tides, very important. It's how people get stranded here and lose their vehicles. This big fella's going to go through, but at a high tide at Eli Creek, you won't get a standard four-wheel drive through. That's why they're parked up there. Not worth risking your vehicle. this big tourist bus is going to come through because he's got the clearance. That's all salt water that he's pushing up there. Maybe he doesn't run me over. Anyway, he's got the clearance there, and it's one of the tour buses. But as I said, always you can see how deep it's getting there now. Salt water. You get stuck in there, you lose your vehicle. So have a look at your tide charts. Try and get to Eli Creek, either side of high tide. And this is where it actually flows out into the ocean. As I said, waste of beautiful water. It's a pity you can't pipe it somewhere. And this guy looks like he's thinking about going over it. I don't think he will. And that's the mouth of Eli Creek. So put it on your bucket list, guys. Beautiful place. Actually, the whole of Fraser Island is. If you haven't been here, you've got to get down, and if you're into camping and four-wheel driving, I reckon this is the best spot in Australia. He just drove through there, and I'll tell you what, he's a braver man than me. He came through that bit, so anyway, he did it easy. I don't think it's worth the risk. That guy's turned back. I think he made the right choice. That bloke in his Ford Ranger, a lot of salt water in there, and I don't know, expensive vehicle. I don't think it's worth the risk. But tide's still coming in, so I reckon any time after now, crazy to have a go at that. People have lost their vehicles here. There's that tourist bus that just went through the mouth of Eli Creek, and there's the tour guide. He's blowing up either tubes with his compressor for all the backpackers, and they'll do what we saw before. They go up the boardwalk and float down on the tubes. That's the way to do it. I had a tube in and I forgot to put the bung plug in for it, so yeah, the bung plug's still up in North Queensland somewhere. One of my best. So g'day. Hey William. Waterproof. Well, there you go, guys. That's Eli Creek. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a quick look at it. If you've never seen it before, get to watch it on YouTube, and you might put it on your bucket list next time you're up near Fraser Island. And I certainly recommend it. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Righto, bit hard driving, soft sand, high tide coming in. I want to stay away from the water, so she's soft up here. That's Ellie. And trick is keeping momentum. Don't stop her, you've got to go to low range. Okay, we just turned off the beach, and we're heading to a place called Lake Alum for lunch. There's a little picnic area there from memory, but this is a quite a soft, bumpy road. It's 9 kilometres into Lake Alum. And last time I was here, from memory, I had to snatch out a GQ Patrol and a Prado, so it does get real soft in areas here. So I'm just low range, nice and easy, rather than having to bang it through in high range. It's quite firm at the moment, but the further inland you get, she seems to start getting soft. Well, it's soft everywhere, but
coming back up, the part,
anyway, Lake Alum's a nice little picnic area from memory. As I said, the track on the way to Lake Alum, it's fairly firm under the tyres, but you can just see it's very bumpy. So I'm in low range, just crawl it through rather than being in high range and bouncing around everywhere. Rough as guts. Well, getting close to Lake Alum now. As you can see, we've entered some rainforest. It's got real dense, heaps of palms and big trees. I didn't have the camera on, but a bit of oncoming traffic on this road. So if you're travelling with friends, just shows the importance of a UHF. So you can just inform the people behind you that there's oncoming traffic, and you know, as the vehicles come past, just let them know how many vehicles are behind you. Just gives people a chance to pull over into these little areas here so everyone can pass safely. Anyway, only a kilometre or so to go and we'll be at Lake Alum. There's another big tree Phil just pointed out. Have a look at this one. Big old trees around. Anyway, we'll go down and have a look at Lake Alum. You can see it through the trees there. Nice little walking track all the way down from the car park down to the lake. Right, we've pulled up. Phil's going to have a fish. We've pulled up at one of these little freshwater creeks running out with the high banks on for the kids to play in. It's a bit safer up high here. Don't get the vehicles whizzing past as quick as down there. But anyway, set some shade up, and Phil will go down and have a fish and see if he can hook onto a tailor. Bloke got a beautiful tailor up from us yesterday, just floating a pilly out into the gutters, and yeah, got smacked by a big tailor. Anyway, hopefully Phil can get onto one. Righto, time to crank the fire up. Phil's got the flamethrower out, and we got leftovers from last night. Actually, we did a big sausage stew in the camp oven, so we'll probably just reheat that tonight. But it's just great to sit around the campfire at night and have a few beers. So if there's any mozzies around, keeps them away too.